Unpermitted food stands accused of putting your health in jeopardy. Just this week, inspectors with Public Health, Seattle and King County, shut down an illegal vendor in Federal Way here at the corner of South 324th Street and Pacific Highway South. They had no permit, no refrigeration, hot water, or hand washing facilities. It's a region-wide problem that has been growing fast for the last 3 years. Not only could you get food poisoning, it creates unfair competition for the businesses that do follow the rules.
No hand washing sink. They're here every day, right on O'Reilly's property. They're disgusting. They have no hand washing sink.
This is cell phone video taken by LT, the owner of Seattle's Best Barbecue. So when you see a stand that pops up on a corner, how does that make you feel?
I get mad.
He's been documenting unpermitted food stands around King County.
You can very much get sick, and who do you trace the food back to?
The vendors show up at night, like this one near the stadiums in Seattle, violating city codes by setting up on sidewalks, blocking walkways. The food unrefrigerated, no licensing permit visible, no inspection.
At any temporary event, they want you to have a hand washing sink. Well, these can hold hot water for up to 4 hours. They won't even do that.
With hundreds of thousands of visitors expected for World Cup this summer, LT has a warning.
They better crack down right now, because it's going to be bad.
But closing them can be like a game of whack-a-mole.
Oftentimes they pack up, they either relocate somewhere else and reopen, or as soon as we leave, they come back to the same spot and reopen.
Dr. Iyab Mazingia, who leads the food safety program for Public Health, Seattle and King County, recently told the Board of Health that inspectors try to lead with an education-first approach, providing information on how to get a permit, but the vendors are unresponsive.
For the most part, they don't even engage with Public Health. They either walk away, there's definitely language barrier, or they would say, you could call my boss.
Those bosses or owners live out of state, so he says they're working on launching a progressive compliance plan. Education about the permitting on the first visit. On the second, inspectors will order them to dispose of their food, confiscating it if they don't. And then on the third,
we will actually initiate a misdemeanor citation to the owners of the operation, not the workers.
I'm going to take a temperature and make sure this is nice and hot.
The influx of pop-up stands is creating extra work for inspectors like Kaylee Bartlett, who now has to respond to complaints about them in addition to the permitted businesses. We tagged along as she visited the Tijuana Tacos food truck.
So we want to make sure that people are able to wash their hands, people have the equipment they need to keep food at a safe temperature.
Any business serving food that is permitted and inspected in King County will display this placard that shows what their food safety rating is. Monica Rodriguez is the co-owner and chef. What's your best dish? What do people love?
Obviously, our Tijuana beef birria is our #1 dish.
She says she's more concerned with the safety of unpermitted food vendors than losing business to them.
It's not just how you keep your food hot or whether you wash your hands or not. It goes all the way to where you source who's your source of ingredients, how you keep your ingredients safe, in your kitchen. Is it a proper kitchen? Is it a home kitchen?
That's a concern for the health department too. When they can track down where the food is being prepared, they serve a cease and desist letter to shut them down.
Illegal vending right there. Look at the carton.
It needs to stop. The health department needs to correlate with the police department. The police department needs to correlate with the business license. If you don't have a business license, you should not be operating a business. I got to have a business license in every city I work in, David.
Those licenses cost him several $1,000s. One city is taking a firmer stance. In February, the Everett City Council unanimously passed a law that makes it illegal to operate a food stand without a permit. It allows police to confiscate their equipment and carries a fine of up to $1,000 and up to 90 days in jail for workers. King County might want to take note because so far that new law has worked. Police told me today the illegal food stands are not an issue in the city limits of Everett anymore.